A young man walks up to me, exasperated. I'm doing everything right, he says, but nothing seems to be working out for me. I go to work, I put in the hours, I try my best. Yet I'm stuck in the same spot year after year. What am I doing wrong? I look at him and nod slowly. This is a question I've heard thousands of times before from people in all walks of life. The specifics may differ, but the core issue is always the same. They're putting in the effort but not seeing the results they want. And far too often, the reason lies not in their actions, but in their mindset. You see, my friends, we live in a world that constantly bombards us with messages about success. Get-rich-quick schemes, overnight celebrity status, magical pills that melt away the pounds. We're told that if we just follow a few simple steps, buy this product or subscribe to that program, we'll instantly transform our lives. But the harsh truth is, real, lasting success doesn't come from some magic formula or shortcut. It comes from within. It's forged through blood, sweat, and tears. It's the product of a mindset that refuses to settle, that continually seeks growth and self-improvement. Because here's the thing, you can have all the strategies, tools, and techniques in the world, but if your mindset isn't aligned with success, you'll always be swimming upstream. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You might be able to move, but you'll never reach your full potential. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I have a positive mindset. I visualize success. I repeat affirmations. I surround myself with motivational quotes. And that's great, really. Those things can be helpful tools. But true mindset transformation goes far deeper than surface-level positivity. You see, each of us carries around a lifetime of conditioning, of beliefs and patterns hardwired into our brains from a young age. Beliefs about our worth, our capabilities, the kind of life we deserve. And those beliefs act like invisible scripts, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and also maybe you were told growing up that money doesn't grow on trees. So you developed a scarcity mindset around wealth. Or perhaps you received the message that you're not good enough, smart enough, talented enough to achieve great things. Whatever it was, those seeds were planted long ago, and they've been shaping your reality ever since, often without you even realizing it. The key to lasting success, then, isn't just adopting some positive mantras. It's uprooting those deep-seated limiting beliefs and replacing them with an empowering new mindset, one rooted in self-belief, resilience, and a voracious hunger for growth. But how do you do that? How do you rewrite decades of mental programming and rewire your brain for success? The answer, my friends, is simple but not easy. You've got to change. Radically, fundamentally change your approach to life itself. You see, most of us live our lives on autopilot, letting our conditioned patterns and impulses steer the ship. We react to circumstances rather than proactively shaping them. We settle for the path of least resistance rather than carving out the life we truly desire. But what if, instead of drifting through life, you made the conscious choice to take the wheel? What if you decide once and for all that you're no longer willing to settle for a life of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential? That from this day forward, you're committed to continual growth, to constantly expanding your mind and upgrading your capabilities. I'm not going to lie to you. Making that shift won't be easy. In fact, it'll likely be one of the hardest things you've ever done, because growth, by its very nature, is uncomfortable. It requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, questioning your long-held beliefs, and venturing. There will be moments of doubt where that little voice in your head whispers, "Who are you kidding? You'll never be able to change. You're not good enough, smart enough, talented enough." In those moments, you'll be tempted to retreat back into your old patterns, to take the easy road of complacency. But if you can push through that resistance, if you can silence those doubts and keep pressing forward, something incredible will start to happen. Little by little, day by day, you'll start to reshape your mindset, fortifying it with the self-belief and resilience that breed true success. It might start with small wins, finally kicking that bad habit, or mustering the courage to have a difficult conversation. But those tiny triumphs will snowball, building your confidence and resolve. Soon, you'll find yourself taking on bigger challenges, expanding further and further outside of your comfort zone. And as you do, a remarkable thing will occur. Your perception of what's possible for your life will begin to shift. Opportunities you once dismissed as pipe dreams will suddenly seem within reach. Obstacles that once felt insurmountable will feel more like temporary hurdles. You'll start to operate from a fundamentally new place, one of self-assurance and unshakable belief in your ability to create the life you deserve. And from that empowered mindset, the floodgates of success will begin to open one after another. Now, I'm not saying the path will be easy from that point on. There will still be setbacks, still be moments where you'll be tempted to revert to your old ways of thinking. But if you remain vigilant, if you stubbornly refuse to let your limiting beliefs regain a foothold, you'll bounce back stronger than ever. Because mindset transformation isn't a one-and-done endeavor. It's a constant practice, a continual refinement of your mental and emotional landscape. It's about spotting the weeds of disempowering thoughts and beliefs as soon as they sprout and ripping them out by the roots. Does that sound like a lot of work? You're damn right it does. Anything worthwhile in life requires effort. But here's the thing, would you rather put in the hard work now and experience the freedom and fulfillment that come with a success mindset? Or would you prefer to stay stuck in the cycle of mediocrity, always wondering what if, always feeling like something's missing? The choice is always yours. But if you're ready to take that leap, if you're ready to trade your old limiting belief for a mindset rooted in growth and infinite possibility, then let me lay out a few key principles to guide you on that journey. First and foremost, take radical responsibility for your life. I don't just mean own your successes, I mean own your failures, own your shortcomings, own every aspect of your existence. Because the moment you start blaming others or external circumstances, you give away your power. You resign yourself to being a victim of circumstance rather than the architect of your destiny. Yes, life can be wildly unfair, and we all face challenges outside of our control. But how you respond to those challenges, that's on you. Excuses, justifications, placing blame, those just become the walls of your mental. But take full responsibility, and suddenly you open the door to personal freedom. Become obsessed with growth. I don't just mean reading books, I mean cultivating a mindset of perpetual evolution, of never being satisfied with your current level of knowledge, capability, or behavior, of fiercely committing to continually upgrade every area of your life. Because here's the harsh truth. If you're not actively working to better yourself, you're almost certainly backsliding. Stagnation is a myth. You're either growing or you're decaying. So adopt a posture of being a constant student with an insatiable hunger to learn, improve, and expand. And finally, get radically present. Because as important as goal setting and future visioning can be, true mindset transformation happens in this moment, right here and now. It's about being hyper-aware of the thoughts and beliefs running through your mind, about catching yourself when you slip into old patterns of self-doubt or disempowering language, about consciously interrupting those toxic loops and realigning with your growth-oriented mindset. It's a practice of being awake and alert to how you're showing up in every passing minute, of relentlessly asking yourself, is my current state empowering me and serving my vision, or is it holding me back? And if the latter is true, it's about having the guts to pivot, to reset, to bring your energy back in alignment again and again and again. That level of presence and self-awareness won't come naturally at first. You'll slip up, you'll get distracted, you'll get seduced by the pull of your old conditioning. But with diligent practice, it will become second nature. And ultimately, that razor-sharp self-awareness will be your secret weapon, helping you rapidly identify and eliminate any lingering limiting beliefs, while strengthening the foundation of your success mindset. So let me be clear, this journey of mindset transformation will not be easy. In fact, it will likely be one of the greatest challenges you'll ever undertake. It will test your resolve, confront you with deep-seated fears and insecurities, and at times it will make you question if the struggle is even worth it. But I promise you this, if you can summon the courage and grit to walk this path, if you can silence the voices of doubt whispering that you're not good enough or strong enough to change, if you can stubbornly persist through the inevitable obstacles and setbacks, the rewards will be greater than you can possibly imagine. A life of joy, fulfillment, and ever-expanding possibility. The confidence to pursue even your wildest dreams. Freedom from the self-imposed limitations that have kept you stuck. And above all else, the profound peace that comes from knowing you're living in alignment with your highest self, constantly growing, constantly becoming more. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of radical mindset transformation. It's the grandest of all adventures, with the highest of all stakes, the chance to finally actualize your fullest potential as a human being. So I'd ask you once more, are you ready to change? Not just tinker at the edges, but to radically, fundamentally reshape your mindset and your approach to life itself. Are you ready to trade in your old, limiting beliefs for the mental architecture of success? If so, then welcome to the ranks of the committed, the unwavering, the insatiable growth seekers. This path won't be easy, but you've got the courage and the fortitude to walk it. Of that, I have no doubt. The world lies before you, ripe with potential and possibility. All that's required is the inner work, the daily practice, the commitment to mindset transformation. If you can master that, I promise the life you've been dreaming of awaits you. So let's get started, shall we? Let's dive headfirst into the deep waters of personal reinvention. Strip away the old beliefs that have held you hostage for far too long and emerge anew, strong, resilient, awake to your limitless potential. It will be the journey of a lifetime, my friends, but you've got the courage and the grit to see it through. I know it in my bones. So let's get to work, shall we? A path of radical transformation starts now. Let's walk it together. You know, one of the biggest roadblocks to true mindset change is our tendency to overcomplicate things. We get so caught up in the fancy strategies, the latest trends, the shiny new solutions promising overnight transformation. But at the end of the day, meaningful change always comes back to the fundamentals. It's about mastering the basics, the small, seemingly insignificant habits and practices that compound over time into seismic shifts in your mindset and your life. Easy to overlook, yet incredibly powerful when applied with consistency. Take something as simple as your morning routine, for instance. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Do you wake up and immediately get pulled into a whirlpool of distractions, checking emails, doom scrolling on social media, reacting to the demands of others? Or do you claim the first precious hour to pour into yourself through practices like meditation, journaling, exercise? It might seem like a small thing, but making that intentional commitment to personal growth and mindset development first thing sends a powerful signal to your subconscious. It's you declaring my growth, my well-being, my mindset, these are the priorities. Everything else can wait. Or consider the language you use, both internally and externally. How often do you catch yourself thinking or saying disempowering things? I'm not good enough. I'll never be able to do that. Why do I always screw things up? Those limiting beliefs, perpetuated through your self-talk, become self-fulfilling prophecies. But what if you flip the script? What if every time you noticed a negative self-sabotaging thought creep in, you stopped it dead in its tracks, replaced it with an empowering affirmation rooted in your growth mindset? Over time, you'd literally be reshaping your neural pathways, strengthening the mental muscle. These are just two examples, but they illustrate a crucial principle. Mindset transformation happens in the small, day-to-day moments of your life. It's about bringing rigorous self-awareness and intentionality to everything you do, every thought you think, every action you take. Because here's the reality. You're already running patterns and programs in your mind every waking hour. The question is, are you doing so unconsciously, allowing your conditioning and limiting beliefs to dictate your reality? Or are you taking full control, intentionally installing new empowering codes into your mindset? The choice is yours. You can keep sleepwalking through life, hoping things will magically change on their own. Or you can wake up and start proactively reshaping your inner world through small, consistent actions carried out relentlessly. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but where do I even start? How do I identify and uproot my most deep-seated limiting beliefs? It's a fair question, and it gets at one of the biggest challenges of mindset work, our blind spots. Those beliefs and assumptions we carry so deeply ingrained, we don't even recognize them as beliefs. They seem like self-evident truths, immutable facts about ourselves and the world around us. Maybe you grew up being told you'd never amount to much, so you've unconsciously accepted a belief that you're not worthy of success. Or perhaps you watched your parents struggle with money, planting the seed that wealth and abundance are always just out of reach. These blind spots are tricky precisely because they operate under the surface, shaping our reality without us even realizing it. So how do you bring them into the light? One of the most powerful tools is other people. Not just any people. I'm talking about mentors, coaches, brutally honest friends who are willing to hold up a mirror and show you your blind spots. Folks who can see your limited thinking from the outside and compassionately but directly point out where you're getting in your own way. Because left to our own devices, most of us simply don't have the objectivity to identify our deepest self-limiting narratives. We need that outside perspective to illuminate what we've been missing, to shine a light on the darker corners of our psyche. Of course, bringing in other people is just one tool in the process. You've also got to make space for profound self-reflection, self-inquiry, and laser-focused introspection. Maybe that looks like diligent journaling, or perhaps it's a daily meditation practice. Whatever shape it takes, you need dedicated time to go inward and explore the nooks and crannies of your mindset. And when you do inevitably uncover those deep-seated limiting beliefs, be prepared. It can get ugly. You might feel shame, guilt, anger, or grief over all the ways those narratives have held you back. Believe me, I've been there. Realizing how much of your potential you've left untapped due to self-limiting beliefs. It's a brutal wake-up call. But here's the beautiful thing. That pain, that discomfort, that's the fire from which your new success mindset is being forged. By feeling those intense emotions fully and letting them catalyze you into change, you build the emotional stamina and resilience required to operate from an empowered mindset day after day. Because let's be real, installing new mindset patterns for lasting change isn't just about shifting your beliefs. It's about conditioning yourself at the deepest level, turning your desired thoughts, emotions, and behaviors into wired-in habits more powerful than those limiting beliefs could ever be. That's why simply trying to adopt some positive affirmations or self-help platitudes rarely works in the long run. You can't just slap a new coat of paint over the old, cracked foundations and expect real transformation. No, you've got to rip it all down to the studs, clear out the debris and termite-hollowed beams, and completely rebuild from the ground up. It's arduous work, there's no denying it. But just like the muscular burn you feel after an intense workout, the discomfort you'll experience in this process is proof that you're doing the real inner work required for mindset change. It's confirmation that you're not just scratching the surface, but excavating down to the very roots so you can pull them out once and for all. And as those old limiting beliefs get loosened and removed, you'll start to feel lighter, more buoyant. You'll gain increasing clarity over the mental and emotional patterns that have been holding you back. More importantly, you'll be instilled with the self-awareness and discipline to catch those patterns as they arise and cut them off before they can regain a foothold. Little by little, day by day, This work of personal deconstruction and intentional reconstruction will solidify into an entirely new way of operating. An empowered, growth-oriented mindset that becomes your modus operandi, more instinctive than those limiting beliefs could ever be. From that place of unshakable self-belief and mental toughness, I'm telling you, anything is possible. Obstacles that once felt unconquerable will seem more like temporary hurdles. Setbacks, instead of derailing you, will become opportunities to flex your resilience and emerge stronger. You'll stop being merely reactive and start proactively creating your circumstances. And in those moments where you do stumble, where you notice yourself slipping back into old thought patterns or self-sabotaging behaviors, your turnaround time will be quicker than ever before. You'll catch yourself in the act, interrupt that disempowering loop, and immediately realign with your vision and your growth mindset. That's the power of wiring in new mindset patterns at the deepest level. It's not just adopting some positive aphorisms or mantras. Those evaporate quickly in the heat of real adversity. No, we're talking about fundamentally rewriting the source code that drives your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Building mindset muscle memory stronger than anything those old limiting beliefs could throw at you. From that steadfast foundation of self-belief and emotional mastery, no goal will feel out of reach, no challenge too daunting to overcome. You'll stride through life with a calm confidence, knowing that you have everything you need to create the success, fulfillment, and impact you crave. Because you've done the hard inner work. You're not just a passenger constantly reacting to circumstances. You're the architect of your own reality. Does this all sound too good to be true? Like some far-fetched fairy tale divorced from the grit and grind of actual life? I can assure you it's not. Mindset mastery is far from magical thinking. It's backed by psychology, neuroscience, and the lived experience of countless others who have walked this path to greater self-actualization. Just look around you. Study the lives of brilliant entrepreneurs, world-class athletes, creatives operating at the highest level. Yes, they work tirelessly at their respective crafts, but more importantly, they pour that same focused energy into continually upgrading their mindset, their belief in themselves, their resilience in the face of adversity. Because they know that skills and tangible work, as important as they are, will only get them so far. It's mindset, that intangible X factor that allows someone to soar past their limits and create exponential results in their life and work. The good news? While not everyone may be able to reach LeBron James levels of athletic brilliance or Elon Musk-esque entrepreneurial heights, we all have that same capacity for radical mindset transformation within us. We're all born with that incredible neuroplasticity, that ability to relentlessly reshape our neural pathways and conditioning. The question is, will you live up to that human potential? Will you make the choice to continually reinvent your mindset, slowing off the old limiting beliefs that hold you back? Will you commit wholeheartedly to the lifelong journey of personal growth and empowered thinking? The path won't be easy, that's for certain. Parts of it will be grueling, even brutal. You'll face moments of doubt, of wanting to retreat back to your comfort zone and the known confines of your current mindset. That relentless voice of fear and insecurity will constantly try to convince you to turn back, to settle for a life of limits and playing small. But if you can stay the course through those trials, relentlessly putting in the consistent inner work of mindset transformation, if you can cultivate that discipline and grit to keep pushing forward no matter what, then my friends, you will come out the other side as damn near an unstoppable force. You'll develop a sense of self-assurance, a core confidence that can never be shaken by temporary setbacks or naysayers. You'll operate with flexibility and emotional mastery, adapting to any situation while staying rooted in your deepest truth. Most importantly, you'll never again feel like a passive passenger in your own life journey. Instead, you'll step into your power as the co-creator of your reality. Because when you transform your mindset at that root level, everything else follows suit. Your habits will shift to reflect your new empowered mental codes. Your behaviors and relationships will morph into powerful upward spirals, continually elevating you instead of holding you back. The very boundaries of what you believe to be possible for your life will expand exponentially. And in those moments where you catch a glimpse of your old, limited self, you'll barely even recognize that former version of you. Sure, you might feel gratitude for those experiences that catalyzed your growth. But any longing to return to that small, confined existence, that will feel like a distant memory from another lifetime. Because you'll be too busy operating in this new elevated state, relentlessly creating the life and impact you once could only dream about, achieving seemingly impossible goals, and immediately resetting the bar higher, continually growing, evolving and sculpting yourself into the greatest version of the human you're capable of being. So let me ask you this, one final time. Are you ready to change, to obliterate those old limiting beliefs and step into the mindset of a limitless creator? To consistently install new empowering mental codes until they become even stronger than those self-limiting narratives you wrestled with for so long? I won't lie to you. The road ahead will be arduous. Parts of it will test you to your absolute core. You'll face moments of doubt, pain, even despair, as you peel back layers of false narratives you've been carrying for years, maybe decades. But if you can stay proactively committed to this journey, never losing sight of the vision that pulls you forward, if you can make mindset mastery your unwavering priority, more vital than breathing itself, then you have the chance to not just transform your reality, but to become one of the elite few who actually embody the mindset of success in its highest form. You'll become the rarest of the rare, someone who lives with relentless intentionality in everything they do, who constructs their day-to-day reality from the inside out instead of just mindlessly reacting to external stimulus, who embodies empowered beliefs at their absolute core, not just giving lip service to empty affirmations or positive thinking. From that place of mental and emotional mastery, I assure you, nothing will be off limits. Every aim, no matter how lofty it may seem now, will be firmly within your grasp. Wealth, health, vibrant relationships, creative expression, self-actualization of the highest order. It will all flow to you in abundance when your existence is aligned with a truly empowered mindset. So what's it going to be? Are you ready to step into your full potential and finally shed those limiting narratives that have held you hostage for far too long? Are you prepared to do the hard work of relentless self-inquiry, accountability, and continual mindset upgrades? If so, welcome to the ranks of the unstoppable. Welcome to the journey of radical transformation, where barriers are made to be shattered and limits exist only to be transcended. The path won't be easy, but my friends, few things worth achieving ever are. The world is waiting for you to step into the mindset of success you were born for. All that's required is the courage to change everything. Let's get to work.